I'm joined here today for Primetime Local News with Chief Norm Namur with the Lloydminster Rescue Squad. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, over the weekend, there's been quite a few drownings in Alberta, like with the man who was found dead in Long Lake Provincial Park, the 13-year-old girl in Wetaskiwin, and the two people in Turtle Lake. Do you possibly think the extreme heat we've experienced last week has added on to why there's so many drownings?
Yes, no, I agree with that statement. The heat definitely plays a factor, and every year we see that as the temperature rises in Alberta or Saskatchewan, anywhere across the provinces or the country, actually, you will notice that the drownings go up. People want to cool down. People forget sometimes that they need to be careful when they jump in the water or whatever activities they perform. So we encourage them to have fun, but just do it in a safe manner. But yes, the heat does make a difference in drownings.
What precautions is the rescue squad urging residents to take when going out into the water?
Well, I think one of the things is know the area you're going to jump into or dive into. Make sure that there's no rocks or tree stumps down below. Just make sure that that it's been maybe surveyed or checked out prior to you going into the water. The other thing too is weather. Make sure you check the weather. If you're going to go swimming, sometimes people go out for a swim a couple hundred meters and come back. But if a storm is coming up too, thunderstorms can play some roles in that, with a lot of waves or the wind producing some bigger waves that you're not capable of swimming against too. So don't do that. Check, just like I say, check the weather. The other thing too is don't leave your children unattended if you're swimming in a designated area that some of the lakes have. It's buoyed off so the boats don't come in there, but don't leave your children unattended, and make sure that you know how deep the water gets too before letting your child go in. And if they do want to go in, if they're not good swimmers or even a very poor swimmer, make sure they wear a PFD or some sort of flotation device so that they can go and enjoy the water safely.
And with the Lloydminster Rescue Squad, what resources do you all use for these situations when it comes to drownings?
Well, we've been accumulating our resources here in the last, excuse me, last couple years. We've purchased new equipment. We have a sonar on all of our boats. We have shallow water boats, like we have the airboat. We have a Zodiac. We have access to numerous other boats. With smaller engines, so we can go in smaller bodies of water or less deep water. We do have our new boat that's still coming, and we're still looking forward to that to accommodate the larger body of waters. We have underwater cameras. We have an ROV, the remote underwater vehicle that we can use to scan and actually grab someone if we had to. We have a JAWS on it, a little JAWS on it. So we have a lot of equipment for water recovery, and Zodiac also that we have. So we do have a lot of resources, and of course, don't forget our dive team, which we have underwater dive comms, so we can talk from surface to the divers below, which is a great safety asset for us too. So.
Is there anything else that the Lloydminster Rescue Squad would like to add for people to stay safe and avoid drownings this summer?
Yes, no, I think that I think for most people, if you don't know how to swim, maybe enroll in a first aid or a water safety program, or enroll in some swimming lessons. Get comfortable with learning how to swim, and then become a stronger swimmer. I think that would be a great thing for people who don't know how to swim, to take those courses. I think it would be a great asset.
Perfect. Well, thanks again so much for joining me
You're
today.
welcome. Thank you so much for having me.